Okay, this video is about lesson 6, okay, and there is a Google form for you to fill in. And for this topic, it's about difficulties. Okay, so you will have to fill in 2 difficulties in the Google form and based on the source 5, 6, and 7. And as difficulty is actually a new question type, so the PowerPoint here will also teach you what difficulties are and how to answer it. Okay, let's begin. So for difficulties, this time we will focus on the conservation. Okay, as we mentioned before, conservation means we do not destroy, we do not redevelop. 我哋要保留 ，OK， 唔會拆咗佢 ，OK， not to redevelop, okay, the buildings. But if we want to actually make the conservation become smooth, okay, there are some key factors we must have or we need to have. If we cannot fulfill some of the key factors, it may become very, very difficult for us to really conserve the buildings or to conserve a good heritage. For example, the first, you can think of the public support. Do most of the Hong Kong people or the citizens or the other stakeholders, they agree with the plan? Okay, imagine, okay, if most of them agree, then the plan should be, okay, can run very, very smooth because people will not have much opposition. Okay, you just simply run the plan, it is okay, and then they won't argue about, okay, well, we lose the chance for redevelopment, the land should be built into a shopping mall, the land should become housing to satisfy our social needs. They would not. They would just wholeheartedly, okay, support the plan. But what if most of them disagree? Then everything will reverse. They will have more opposition. And they will argue that, I think there should be an MTR station instead of these poorly constructed and ugly heritage. I think we should have shopping malls. I think we should have more buildings, etc. Okay, they will argue a lot. So some important parties like the citizens or even the landowners, they will say, no, I don't want to follow the plan. Okay, and even I will keep the land by myself. I will not sell to your government. Okay, so think of it. If there is no public support, will there be difficulties? Okay. The second difficulty you can think of is, are there enough resources? For example, this time is the government want to conserve. That means we need to think whether the government have enough resources or not. Like what? Like manpower. Are there enough experts from the government? Land. Do the government currently own the land? Capital. Do government have enough money to carry out the plan? And some for assistance, facilities and natural resources. But if the government do not have enough of them, then what will happen? You can think of, can the government actually get the building that it wants to conserve? Or the building is not a declared monument and it is belonging to the other one else? Who can bear the maintenance cost if even the government do not have enough money? Do the government currently have enough technology for the protection? Let's see. Okay, so in the following sources, I want you to focus on these 2 parts, public support and the amount of resources, whether there are enough or not. If not enough, will there be a difficulty? Okay, so let's back to the task sheet. I have kept them inside this PowerPoint and you will have this PowerPoint too. Okay, so in the task sheet there's a link for you to take reference for how important is the Ho Tung Garden. Okay, you can follow the link here, but I do not want to go through with it now. But what I want to go through is this link. Okay, it's about this woman. Okay, who is she? Okay, as we mentioned it in the before the lessons. Okay, who is Ho Tung? He was a very, very rich person who lived in the peak okay, in the past, who was nearly the first Chinese who lived on the peak. Okay, so she is his granddaughter or granddaughter, I forget. Okay, so she is also okay. Surname is Ho. Okay, so what is her opinion about the Hodong Garden? Let's see.
業主企硬重建河東花園冇不了。舊年10月，古物事務監督已將河東花園列為法定古蹟。
Okay, the government want to list the Hodong Garden into declared monument. Okay, the government want to do so.
政府企硬咗年幾，尋日終於宣布，希望幻滅咗啦。
我希望能夠同業主繼續磋商。
Okay, Chen Mobo was the development bureau at that moment, and he said he have actually put a lot of efforts, but still fail to get the Hodong Garden from the owner.
且希望業主能夠考慮喺發展之餘，保留河東花園嘅一啲部分。
嗰個7 billion， 我記得個 billion， 我嘅要求係想拆間屋住翻喺呢度。
Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so you can see the attitude. Okay, the government wants to conserve the Hodong Garden, but this lady, the owner, she said, "Oh, I don't care about the building. I just want to live here. The land is myself. Okay, the owner should be mine. Okay, do not interrupt me. Okay, so for the rest, you can read by yourself. But I want to go through the detail on source 5 here with you. Okay, so simply there are two major views you can see. Okay, maybe there are also some other stakeholders, but majorly there are two views. Okay, the government wants to conserve. Okay, Miss Ho do not. Okay, she suggests what? Okay, the land belongs to me. You love the building. You think the building is beautiful. Okay, you break it down and move it to the other places else. If you want to conserve it, okay, you move it away. I don't care. The land is mine. The building you can take away. Okay, but the government, the consultant said, okay, I think I should do the conservation, but don't break it. Okay, it will affect the architectural value. Okay, you will break the whole building context. It will not be the very original original version of the architecture. Okay, and for source 6, the government supporter keeps saying something like, the architectural historians, they think that, the building is important. Unlike other examples, this is unique, very important. But Miss Ho herself rejected about the no matter money or land swap offer. Like the government actually wants to use a land to replace with Hodong Garden with her, but she replaced. And then she thinks that the building is not actually special to be kept, so do not interrupt me. I want to live here. So I want you to think, whether the government and the owner, they have the same views on the conservation this time. Does the owner this time show any support? And what will happen? You can think of whether she support it or not. And what will happen if she does not support this time? Can the government get the land? And then also, Ho declared that, don't waste money, government, I don't want the $7 billion, 我唔要70億, the buildings has no values because her grandfather actually haven't lived here, and you want, simply you want to take the building, you take the building away, you can give away the building elements, and resemble it to other site else, I don't care, so this time, are there enough support, or is it related to the resources? Let's think about it. Again, for more guidance, you can look at the YouTube link by yourself. Source 7. And you can see what is going on. Actually, the Hong Kong SAR government finally give up the conservation plan in 2012 because of what? High price of preservation. maybe Ms. Ho really wants 7 billion. Okay, and you can read the news. Okay, finally Ms. Ho maybe also sold the land, also sold the Hotong Garden at a very high cost. Okay, so the government give up to preserve it. Why? It may not have the bargaining power. Okay, so do the government have enough money to buy back the land for conservations? Okay, this time the government have or have not. Okay, which difficulty is it related to? Back to the structure for difficulties. Okay, so except for this one, this example, one of the difficulties is the opposition from the landowner, and you may think of two more. Okay, what is the landowner's concern? Because people may have high demand for housing, but the land supply is limited. Okay, land can be sold in a high price. Okay, so the other owners of historical sites. Okay, so this question not just about the Hotong Garden. Okay, but for the whole Hong Kong government to promote all of the other cultural heritage. Okay, do not need to just focus on the Hotong Garden. Okay, can be related to other heritage. Okay, so one of the concern, is that Hong Kong is short of land. Okay, do not have enough land supply. Okay, so you can see that some of the stakeholders, do they support it or not? They do not. Okay, so lack of the support from them, and they even choose to sell the land to the developers instead of the government. So the government cannot get the land to preserve it. Okay, and in this case, you have to identify two more difficulties from the source. Here are some suggested answer structures that you can use. Okay, again, that two, but remember, do not just write lack of public support. Okay, you need to tell me, which stakeholder. Like this time, as a resident, the citizens, the environmentalists, or the developers, etc. Okay, which public? Do not just say public support. We do not know which public you are referring to. Okay, and why it is important? Okay, because with the support of citizens, the residents, then the government can. Okay, and according to the source, if this is a problem or difficulties, there must be not enough public support. Okay, let's capture the source for the existing situation or even from your own knowledge. Okay, it shows that it's very difficult for the plan to implement because, without the public support, then the government cannot blah, 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 blah. Okay, so therefore the challenge or else the difficulty faced by the government is lack of public support, just like that. Okay. And then the second point may be related to the resources. Again, do not just write resources. Okay, you can refer to whether it is about the manpower, the land, the capital, or facilities. Which type of resources are the government, or the one who want to conserve is lack of. Okay, why it is important? Okay, because of what? Okay, from source. Very difficult because without the money, without the land, without the manpower, what may happen? Okay, therefore, the difficulty is what? Okay, follow the answering structure. Okay, and then type in a paragraph form, in the Google form. Okay, and submit it on time, please. Okay, submit it on time. About the difficulties. These two difficulties. Okay, and here's the end of this video. Okay.